Most travelers think airport theft happens at obvious moments: security screening, baggage claim, or crowded boarding lines. But some of the easiest theft opportunities happen in quieter places where your guard naturally drops: charging stations, restrooms, gate seating, food courts, lounge chairs, and empty corners near windows. These areas feel harmless because they are inside the airport, surrounded by other travelers. But that is exactly why they work. Welcome to SafeMiles. If you want calm, practical travel safety systems without paranoia, subscribe now. This channel helps you move through real travel environments without becoming the easy target. In this video, we are looking at the overlooked airport theft traps travelers miss. Not dramatic movie scenes, not rare scams. The real risks are smaller: a phone beside an outlet, a backpack hooked on a chair, a carry-on outside a restroom stall, or a laptop bag under a seat while the owner watches the boarding screen. Airport thieves do not need chaos all day. They need one distracted traveler for 10 seconds. The airport creates a false sense of security. Once travelers pass screening, many relax. They think, everyone here has a boarding pass. Everyone has been checked. I can finally breathe. That feeling is understandable, but it is not a security system. Airports are still busy public spaces filled with tired people, expensive electronics, passports, wallets, bags, watches, headphones, and credit cards. Theft often follows attention, not location. If your attention is divided, your risk rises. And the airport constantly divides your attention. You are watching the gate screen, listening for announcements, checking your battery, thinking about boarding groups, answering messages, and managing coffee, jackets, documents, children, and luggage. That is why hidden theft traps are usually micro moments. The thief does not need to defeat your lock. They need you to create a gap. You look away from your phone. You leave your backpack outside a stall. You slide your carry-on under a chair where your foot no longer touches it. The mistake feels tiny. The consequence can be huge. Airport charging stations are tempting because they solve an urgent problem. Your phone is dying. Your boarding pass is on the screen. Your rideshare app is needed at arrival. And your family is texting. Low battery creates pressure, and pressure makes people accept bad setups. There are two risks at charging points. The first is digital. Public USB ports can carry power and data, which is why travelers are often advised to use their own charging plug, cable, power bank, or wall outlet instead of plugging directly into unknown USB ports. The second risk is physical, and it is often more common. Charging can anchor you to one spot while your attention drifts. A traveler plugs in a phone, places it on a narrow counter, then steps away because the cable is short. Another traveler plugs in a laptop, turns their back, and leaves a backpack beside the chair. Someone else charges a phone on the floor near a column, then checks the departures screen. These are object-level risks. The item is not stolen because the airport is uniquely dangerous. It is stolen because it is briefly separated from touch, sight, or control. The SafeMiles rule is simple. Never let charging turn your device into an unattended object. Use your own wall plug when possible. Use your own power bank when practical, and keep it in your carry-on, not checked luggage. If you must charge in public, keep the device in your hand, on your lap, or inside a zipped pocket while connected. Do not leave it loose on a counter, seat, ledge, or floor. One common charging mistake is trusting the cable as if it were a leash. A cable is not a lock. It is not a hand. It is not a security plan. It only creates the illusion that the device is attached to something. Thieves understand this. They know a traveler charging a phone may focus more on the battery percentage than on the physical phone. They also know people feel awkward standing directly over their own device in a shared space. So the phone gets placed 1 foot away, then 2 feet away, then slightly out of reach. A better rule is this: if the device cannot stay on your body, do not charge it there. For phones, that means hand, pocket, or front-facing bag compartment. For laptops, that means directly in front of you, with the bag strap looped around your leg or chair frame. For headphones and small electronics, charge them inside your bag with a power bank, not loose in public view. Also think about your body angle. Face the room when you charge. Keep bags between your feet, not behind your chair. Put the most valuable bag where your shin, ankle, or hand naturally touches it. You do not need to stare at your belongings. You need physical contact that alerts you if the bag moves. Airport restrooms create a different trap because they force a temporary privacy problem. You are managing luggage, clothing, phone, passport, jacket, and sometimes children in a space not designed for multiple bags. The first mistake is leaving a carry-on or backpack outside the restroom because the stall is small. Never do that. A bag outside your stall is not just for a second. It is an invitation. If the stall is too small, wait for a larger one. Use a family restroom if appropriate, or keep the bag in physical contact with your foot or hand. If you are traveling with someone you trust, one person watches the bags while the other goes in. But do not create an unattended pile. The second mistake is hanging a bag where it can be reached over or under. Hooks are convenient, but they are not always safe. A crossbody, passport pouch, or handbag should stay on your body when possible. If you must hang something, keep valuables on you and hang only the less critical outer layer. The third mistake is placing your phone, wallet, or passport on the sink counter while washing hands or reorganizing. Restroom counters are classic forget-and-go zones. You put the phone down, dry your hands, adjust your bag, and walk out. Sometimes the loss is not theft. Sometimes you simply leave the item behind, and the next person becomes the decision-maker. Before entering a restroom, decide where every critical item will live. Passport and wallet stay on body. Phone goes in a zipped pocket. Backpack stays attached to you or between your feet. Nothing valuable goes on the counter. Nothing gets parked outside the stall. Before we continue, one practical note. If you use travel tools like eSIMs, airport transfers, luggage storage, or trip insurance, choose them before the trip. Not while stressed in an airport. I'll place helpful options in the description when relevant, so you can compare them calmly instead of making rushed decisions during a vulnerable moment. Gate areas feel boring, and boredom creates complacency. People spread out. A phone goes on the seat beside them. Headphones go on the floor. A passport goes into a jacket pocket. A laptop bag slides under the chair. Coffee sits on one side. A carry-on sits on the other. Then boarding starts, a delay is announced, or the gate changes. Suddenly, the traveler has to reassemble everything in 30 seconds. That is when items disappear. The gate area rule is, do not create a campsite. Create a compact travel position. Your valuables should stay inside one controlled zone. Ideally, one personal item contains your passport, wallet, medication, laptop, headphones, and essential electronics. That bag stays zipped and touching your body. Your roller bag stays in front of your legs or between your feet, not behind you. Your phone stays in your hand, pocket, or zipped compartment unless you are actively using it. Avoid the empty seat trap. The seat beside you feels like a natural shelf, but it is also an easy place to forget something or have someone brush past and take it. If you place anything on a seat, treat it as temporary and keep your hand or arm near it. Better yet, use your bag as the shelf, not public furniture. Be especially careful during gate changes. A gate change creates movement, irritation, and crowd flow. That is when people leave chargers in the wall, phones on chairs, jackets over armrests, and small bags under seats. Build a simple exit scan. Seat, floor, outlet, pocket, passport, phone, bag. Do it every time you stand up. Food areas raise risk because your hands are busy. You are paying, carrying a tray, moving around chairs, watching your drink, and looking for a table. Many travelers place a backpack on the chair behind them, hang a purse from the chair back, or set a phone near the aisle. Those are side-angle theft opportunities. Choose a seat where your bags are protected by your body, a wall, or a table leg. Keep the strap of your personal item around your foot or knee. Do not hang a bag on the back of a chair in a busy airport cafe. If you use a luggage handle as a bag rest, position the handle inward, not toward the walkway. Be especially careful when someone creates a distraction near your table. A spilled drink, dropped coins, a question about directions, a child bumping a chair, or someone asking whether a seat is taken. Most of these moments are innocent, but your response should be consistent. Hand to bag first, answer second. Secure your belongings before engaging with the interruption. Many travelers relax once boarding begins, but boarding is one of the last moments when valuables get exposed. People pull out passports, boarding passes, phones, earbuds, glasses, and documents. They unzip bags repeatedly. They rearrange jackets. They put backpacks down to extend roller handles. They worry about overhead bin space before they even reach the aircraft. The risk is not just theft. It is misplacement. A passport can slide into the wrong pocket. A phone can be left on a seat after a boarding announcement. A wallet can go into an open compartment and not get zipped. A laptop can be removed, repacked, and forgotten under a chair. Use a boarding reset before you line up. Phone charged and pocketed. Passport secured. Wallet secured. Headphones either worn or zipped away. Personal item closed. Roller handle ready. Nothing loose in your hands except what you need to scan. Once you enter the boarding line, stop reorganizing. The line is not the place to solve your bag system. The easiest way to reduce airport theft risk is to use a simple microsystem. Body, bag, boundary, reset. Body means your most critical items stay on your person. Passport, wallet, primary phone, and essential medication. Bag means your personal item is your controlled valuables bag, and it stays zipped and touching you. Boundary means you do not let objects drift onto seats, counters, floors, or ledges outside your control. Reset means every time you stand up, leave a restroom, finish charging, or move gates, you scan the area before walking away. This system works because it does not depend on fear. It depends on habit. You are not trying to identify every suspicious person in the airport. You are removing the easy opportunity. Most thieves prefer the traveler who is spread out, distracted, rushed, and separated from belongings. Your goal is to look boring, compact, and difficult. Before your next trip, prepare the tools that reduce rushed airport decisions. A reliable power bank carried in your personal item, your own wall charger, a short charging cable, a crossbody or inner pocket for documents, and pre-booked essentials where appropriate. I'll include helpful travel security and trip planning links in the description when they fit the topic. Some may support the channel, but the rule is always the same. Choose tools because they reduce friction and risk, not because they sound clever. Airport theft prevention is not about being suspicious of everyone. It is about understanding where travelers become predictable. Charging stations make people separate from devices. Restrooms force awkward bag decisions. Gate seating encourages people to unpack. Food courts occupy both hands. Boarding lines create last-minute disorganization. You do not need a complicated security routine. You need repeatable rules. Keep valuables on body. Keep bags zipped. Keep contact with your personal item. Use your own charging setup. Avoid leaving anything on counters, seats, floors, or chair backs. And every time you move, do a quick scan before you walk away. If this helped you see airport theft in a more practical way, subscribe to SafeMiles. And before your next flight, watch the next video on airport theft prevention so you can move from curb to gate with a calmer, smarter system.